Hey, what's up? It's your fearless girls leader, Dr. T. How about you take a moment, tag somebody, tell somebody, share it on your timeline, let everybody know they need to tune in for the Nugget tonight. It's good to be on with you. It's a great Friday. It's a great day to be alive, and I'm glad that you all are on. So listen, tag somebody, tell somebody, share it on your timeline. I know you got at least 3 people that you could share it with because you would want to bless them. And I tell you, it'll bless them if you let it. Yeah. It's been a good day. I hope you all have had a wonderful Friday. And I just can't even believe that we are at the end of May. It is like the final, excuse me, the final day of the month. And since we're there, I would be remiss if I did not give a shout out. Anybody who follows me on social media, you know that I posted that today would have been my grandmother's 100th birthday. And it's just good to celebrate her legacy. I'm just so happy that, I could just celebrate her. She is absolutely worth celebrating. Today would have been her 100th birthday. And so the picture that you see right there with her little wigs to on and her and her nice color there, that was 5 years ago. That was her 95th birthday. It was the last birthday that we actually got to celebrate her. And let me tell you, she was just as spry and just as fun as she was ever in that picture. And so that was on like the 30th or something. It was around the 31st because we've always celebrated her birthday on the 31st of May. But December of that same year, she went home to be with the Lord. And so I just would be remiss if I did not give her that shout out. So big shout out to her. And happen as people say, happy heavenly 100th birthday to her. She would have been the great centennial. So yeah, it was just good to be able to acknowledge her today. But listen, I know you've tagged somebody and told somebody. Let's get right into this nugget because I got business to take care of. I got to be about my business. Anyway, somebody put in the timeline, willfully winning. Willfully winning. I want you to win, and I want you to win on purpose. Yes. I don't just want you to win. I want you to win on purpose. I don't want you to win by accident, because if you win by accident, you don't know how you got there. But when you win and you win on purpose, you can repeat the win, and so I just want you to be in a position where you truly can have a win and have a win on purpose. Tomorrow really marks the halfway point in the year, pretty much, when we count by month, so at the end of the day, tomorrow will be the 1st of June. And so that's 6 months in. And I just want to ask you the question, what are you doing to be intentional? This is our year of intentionality. And I want to know what you're doing to be intentional. What are you doing? What are you working on? What are you trying to accomplish? Somebody put accomplish in the timeline. When we talk about accomplishing, I want you to be thinking about your goals. What are you going to accomplish before the year is over? Now, yes, we have short-term goals. We have long-term goals. What are you working on that you want to accomplish before the end of the year? You need to have some things. You need to have some what we call low-hanging fruit, and then you need to have some stretch goals. And all of these are goals that you want to accomplish before the end of the year. So when we call it the low-hanging fruit is things that you can get easily. Hey, Trina, I miss you, girl. I don't think I have your number. I was going to text you to check on you. But anyway, accomplishing low-hanging fruit, Those are the things that are down close, easy to get. If you think about a tree, if fruit is hanging low on that tree, that means that fruit is ripe. And so I want you to have some things that this year, yes, these are a part of the ripe pickings. These are the things that you can accomplish easy. Sort of like cleaning out your panty drawer, or cleaning your closet. We spent some time really talking about cleaning your closet as a Jesus lover. I'm one of the senior pastors of Heritage Christian Center, and we had talked about that for a good bit, cleaning out your closet. And so that's really kind of low-hanging fruit, because that's something that you can really accomplish easily. I didn't say it didn't take work. I'm saying you can do it easily. It's right there. And so you've got those low-hanging fruit goals. You got to have at least one. Now, if you're bold, I want you to put it in the timeline. If you're bold, put at least one low-hanging fruit thing that you're going to accomplish in the timeline. And then you have the stretch goals. The stretch goals are the ones that you got to stretch to get it, but you can do it. And it's going to take a little bit more work for you, but I want you to have those things that you are trying to accomplish. What are those things, and how are you going to get there? Because we're only going to do it if we're intentional. So I want you to really be thinking about what you are going to accomplish. I want you to have those already in your plan, because things don't just happen. They must be planned. So what are you going to accomplish? And then put advancement in the timeline. Now, when we talk about advancement, I want you to think, so we talked about accomplishing, and accomplishing was goal, GOALS, goals. But when we talk about advancement, now we're talking about go. Where are you going? Where are you going to go? What are you going to see while you are there? So you got to have some things that you're doing to advance life. Where are you going? What are you doing? How are you going to get there? And I want you to be able to see these things and plan for them. And it amazes me. Like, I'm good. All right. So I love it. Yeah, Trina said, I'm literally cleaning out closets, reorganizing, start with small, move on the bigger things. Yes, I love it. So listen, I'll use the trip to Bogota as an example, as the advancement piece. I would be willing to say that if you're watching this, the vast majority of you watching this may have never have been to South America. You've never been to Bogota, Colombia. It's an opportunity for you to go and see something. And what amazes me is how people that are close to me, that generally would celebrate my birthday with me, would put themselves in a position where they automatically have discounted the opportunity to go. You hadn't even tried to figure out a way to be able to make it. And so how are you going to accomplish things in life if you're in a position where you are already discounted it, but you would want to go? Now, it's one thing. Y'all see, I'm like all animated tonight. It's all good though. It's one thing if you just decided you don't want to go to Colombia. You don't know what's there, but you already decided you don't even want to go. You don't want to be there. You don't want to travel. That's different. But you want to travel, you want to see the world, and you have already discounted the opportunity to be able to go. That you've already put yourself in a position where you're not willfully winning. And so I want you to think about, how are you going to advance? What are the advancements that are going to take place in your life? How are you going to go? Where are you going? What are you going to see? Let's put some things in your plans. That's a stretch. And maybe it's a stretch goal for you. Maybe that's not low hanging fruit, but it can be a stretch goal. And yes, I know it's coming up, but you can figure out a way to make it happen. Now, I just need you to think from that perspective. I just used Bogota as an example, but there are so many things in your life. And 2024, we're halfway in. You still got a whole half a year. What are you going to do in terms of advancement? And then what are you going to acquire? Somebody put acquire in the timeline. I want you to put acquire in the timeline. Now this is important. This acquire piece is important. That's the GOLD. So we did accomplish. That's GOALS. We did advancements. That's GO. You're going to go. And then we're going to acquire. That's gold. What are you going to obtain? Now listen, please don't just relegate this to money. This is money, but it's much more than money. So I want you to figure out what it is. You're going to be intentional. You're going to intentionally accomplish some things. You're going to intentionally go some places and see some things you've never seen before. You're going to intentionally acquire some things in your life. And like I said, this is much more than money. It includes money, but it's not limited to money. So what are you going to learn? What are you going to gain? What are you going to get? What are you going to develop? Where are you going? How are you going to get there? What are you going to get when you get there? I need you to be intentional with your life. I want you to be intentional with willfully winning. There are some things that you want to happen in life, and I want to see them happen with you. This is a time for you to intentionally increase. It's a time for you to intentionally increase, and I want to see you increase. And so what are you going to do for the next 6 months? So here's what I want to do. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you that for the next couple of weeks, I need you to do some inventory and figure out how you're going to accomplish these pieces. How are you going to get there? What does it look like? You will win through purposeful effort. You will win through purposeful effort. And so I really, really want you to think about that. So as you're being very intentional, as you are taking the next couple of weeks and really, really doing this inventory for yourself, I want to challenge you in some other areas. Yeah. Okay, good. Seeking wisdom, all the godly good things that are for me. I love that. And Trina, I love that because I was kind of listening to some things today about wisdom. And one of the things is we have to watch what we say, and we have to be very calculated in what we say. And many of you, you're going to just kind of hear this because I think this is a drumbeat for this season. And that is, what are you allowing to come out of your mouth? What are you allowing? What are you allowing to come out of your mouth? And so when we talk about wisdom, are you speaking like you have wisdom, or are you speaking like you're not smart? And I just want to challenge you to be able to watch what you allow to come out of your mouth. And so, in this time, what are you going to do for the next couple of weeks in this inventory? So I said, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to think from this perspective. What would you be saying if everything that you wanted in life already existed? What would you be saying? How would your words be framed? Now, you really got to ask yourself this question, because if you had everything that you wanted in life and you were still complaining, you are a chronic complainer. And so that's what you're going to be getting. So why are you surprised when you get complaints and all you do is complain? And so I just want to challenge you to really think about that. What would you be saying if everything that you wanted in life already existed? That's where I want you to begin. I want you to begin to talk like those things are already in existence. I want you to believe that those things are coming and in existence. I want you to be saying those things like they are in existence. Stop saying what your problems are. Stop saying what you are facing. And listen, if you're easily aggravated, now listen to me. I want to tell you this because this was me. I had to course correct this thing. I realized that every time I turned around, I was talking about what annoyed me. And I needed to change what was coming out of my mouth. I had to watch how much I was being in the complaining arena. And I realized I don't want complaints in life. I felt like Mabel King on The Wiz. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I almost sang that to y'all, but it's all right. I need you to understand that I had to make this adjustment myself. I really had to make an adjustment and tell myself that I need to start saying what it is I want in life and not what I'm facing, not what I'm feeling, not what frustrates me. I need to be speaking faith. And I want you to think about that for the next few as you're doing this inventory. What would you be saying if everything you want in life already existed? That is where you begin to talk. That is what you say. That is what you're believing for. That is what we're going to speak into existence, coupled with your faith. You know, I'm a Jesus lover, so I got to add that Jesus component in there. As a Jesus lover, when you believe something, you believe it and you let your mouth speak it. And sometimes you don't feel like believing what the word says. I understand that because we all live in the flesh. But you never give your feelings the right to say what they want to say unless they are filled with faith. And this is the thing, you still don't let your feelings run you. You always allow yourself to say what you're believing for, not what you have if it's not already in existence. I got all excited about this thing, but I need you to understand that we are going to win, and we're going to win on purpose. If you are going to willfully win, you have to begin to speak those things. On Sunday, we had an amazing move of God at church. And I kind of framed it like this. You know, you got to let your mouth speak it so that your ears can hear it, so your heart can believe it. So that is one of the things that's critical about what you're saying. You gotta speak it so that your ears can hear it and so that your heart can believe it. And that is a major component of us believing and speaking those things that be not as though they were, as though they are. They are in existence right now. So listen, thanks so much for tuning in for our nugget. Before I go, I definitely want to encourage you to make sure, if you have not already put yourself in a position to be in Bogota, you need to register. You got to register. I want you to register and make sure that you make plans to be with me in Bogota, Colombia. Listen, registration is closing here. I think you got about a week and a half left to register. In fact, yeah, very good. So that scan there, you see the little scan right there. It says scan me. That will get you where you need to be so that you can register and you can book your hotel. You do not need to pay for the hotel in its entirety. I think they just need a credit card to hold your room. And we've got a very boss deal. So make sure that if you register and that you reserve your room, make sure you use the link that is on that QR code, because it's going to get you a boss deal that we have negotiated for our time together in Bogota for the sneaker ball and for the ladies' pajama party. Make no mistake. If you register, ladies, you'll be going to the sneaker gala. If you bring your husbands with you, I want to encourage you to bring them. I want to encourage you to see Bogota. You're going to love it. The food is great. The environment is great. You're going to have some great fun there. And it's really economical. Getting there is what you got to do. But when you get there, you'll be happy that you went. And so, ladies, that registration also includes the sneaker gala and the pajama party. And there's some dope stuff that we have in store for you, and I definitely want you to be there. I love it. I love it. Thank you all so much for being a part of what we're doing. Listen, if you have not taken an opportunity to be a partner with us for Fearless Girls, I want to encourage you to become a partner. That's great. You can scan the QR code right there. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you right where you need to be to become a monthly partner. So thank you all so much for registering for the party, for the sneaker gala, for the pajama party. Thank you so much for becoming a monthly partner. You know, as I always say, girls with dreams, they become women with women, women with vision. Listen, I want you to make sure that you win, and you win on purpose. Grace and peace. Let me say that again. Girls with dreams, they become women with vision. I'll see you next time. Bye.